Hey everyone, Brooke here, and I'm back with another video update for Terminus version 0.51.0. Now, I didn't do a video in the 0.50 release because there was some minor changes, but they were mostly patches, and there wasn't really anything visually to share with you, so I just skipped doing a video update for that. But in this release, I actually have three things that I want to share with you that are pretty cool. So the first that I want to share with you is updates to the Raspberry Pi documentation. This documentation has been here for a while, and support for Raspberry Pi has also been here for a while for Terminus. But what's new is there's a new entry here in the table of contents for 3D case designs. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll find the documentation for those. And you'll see a bunch of work here by my friend, colleague, and actually mentor for many, many years back. In fact, we've known each other for several decades now. And he's been working on 3D case designs. And the first that he has is the Raspberry Pi 5 case design. He's also got a case design for the Pi Zero. And then he's also got a case design for the sensor stand, which allows you to mount like a couple SparkFun sensors, connect those to your Raspberry Pi, and then get that sensor information in through Terminus. And again, all the sensor information has been supported in Terminus for several versions now. But now you have case designs. So let me show you what that looks like visually. I put a little video here together that kind of shows off these designs printed by Brandt. So here you'll see the Raspberry Pi 5, and it's connected to two sensors in that sensor stand there. Those are SparkFun sensors. And then you see the Terminus logo here for the sensor stand. And then, again, that's all connected back to the Raspberry Pi 5 that Terminus is running on. In fact, I'm actually using this locally. So again, big thanks to Brandt. I really hope you guys like this. I'm using it locally, really having a blast with it. It just makes it really elegant to have Terminus running in your office or wherever you have it mounted in your house. And it's packaged in a nice case. Before I wrap up here though, these links point to Brandt's Thingiverse profile, and you can see all the case designs there too. But if you're using Onshape CAD software, Brandt's also gone to the trouble to make them available for download. Again, keeping this all open source so that you can download. And then if you want to tweak the logo, you want to tweak the colors, you want different tops for your case, different stand design altogether, this will give you a starting point in which you can customize further before you print your own cases off your own 3D printer. So anyway, again, huge shout out to Brandt for this. Really great work. And it's really cool that we can provide this for you in case you need 3D cases for your terminal installation. So the next thing I want to talk about is actually the framework. So there's been a bit of a problem in the past where fonts for Terminus and then also the rendering of screens would sometimes mismatch. What you see in the UI wouldn't necessarily be what you see on the device itself. And the reason that happened is because the fonts were missing for the UI framework. So the UI framework, again, has been supported in Terminus for quite some time. You can use it through the API, you can use it through extensions, and so forth. And that provides the CSS and the plugin JavaScript code that we use on Terminal Core within Terminus. Well, again, the fonts were missing, and so sometimes the fonts would look a little wrong when they were rendered on your display. So what that looks like locally is there's now a background worker in Terminus that synchronizes these fonts to the public folder into the fonts folder within the public folder here. And you can see them right here. This background worker runs every 24 hours and just checks to see if there's any differences, any new fonts, and so forth. And if so, it'll pull them down and then synchronize those locally. And the reason this is important is because some of these fonts are quite large. Like here, this one's 1.2 megabytes. This one's almost a megabyte. And so having those locally keeps them cached and also keeps them really fast to load. So anyway, just want to let you know that that's all working nicely now, totally fixed, synchronized locally. Doesn't matter whether you're running the Ruby stack or you're running it within Docker. That's all available to you now. And then finally, the last thing I want to wrap up with updates here is changes to the imaging pipeline. So what I mean by that is the imaging pipeline has been completely revamped, rebuilt, and it's almost nearly identical to what we use for the imaging pipeline in Core. So now Terminus actually has that same capability. And I want to show off a couple models here that demonstrate this. So first, I'm going to show you the OG here, the 2-bit. Because of the new changes to the imaging pipeline and so forth, it makes rendering text on these devices a lot nicer. They're just really crisp and clear. I know I'm getting some reflection in my office here, but hopefully you can see the nice rich colors to black, the different shades to the code that I was showing you here on the screen. All that is really crisp now, much better than what it was rendering before. So you don't have to do anything on your part, you just get that automatically. The other thing I want to show off is because of all this work, it makes it possible to support our new model, the black, white, red, yellow terminal OG model. And here's an example of what that looks like. So again, apologies for the reflection in my office, but you can see the really rich reds and yellows and blacks coming through in this poster for the Sinners movie. And that's all possible through Terminus now, which detects this model, auto provisions it for you, and then we'll make sure that those colors render properly on your device. So really, really nice. And then finally, I want to wrap up with BYOD devices. So like the XT E-Ink X4 device here. You can see that it's also benefiting from these changes as well, where you can see the nice the black and white coming through, the crispness of the font and the images and so forth on this device. Even though the resolution is a little smaller, that's coming through just fine. The auto provisioning of the X4 happens automatically on Terminus, and that's all possible through the updates to these models and then to the imaging pipeline. So anyway, those are the 3 updates in this version release. I really hope that you like these updates. If you have any issues, please log them on GitHub or definitely jump into the BYOS channel in Discord. You can find me there. And yeah, I really hope you like this, and I'll see you in the next version release.